Snippety yee, it is me, and let's talk about Shin Godzilla 2.0. Now, I friggin' love Shin Godzilla. Along with Godzilla 1954, it's probably my favorite Godzilla movie at this point in time, in my opinion at least. So naturally, you would conclude that the fact that there might be a Shin Godzilla sequel would be an extremely hype moment to me. I don't think people say that. I would be like as hyped as friggin' Shin Godzilla's atomic breath scene. No. And here's why. So, to put it simply, the main reason why I don't want Shin Godzilla 2.0 is mainly because I don't think it could work. Let me explain. Now, in concept, making a sequel to Shin Godzilla is a good idea. There are stones left to be unturned. But let me propose to you a question. What are you going to do before you make Godzilla jump the shark? Now, I'm perfectly fine with Godzilla jumping the lines of realism and doing unrealistic bullcrap. It's why I love the Showa Godzilla films so much. But when is it going to get to the point when it doesn't feel like Godzilla anymore? Now, I've stated that Shin Godzilla's powers are more or less exaggerations than anything else. Back and tail lasers are similar to a nuclear pulse, a radioactive attack that Godzilla releases from his body that isn't his mouth. Self-healing has been explored quite a bit in the Millennium films, so why can't a fragment of Godzilla be blown off and grow into another Godzilla? Even self-mutation, which is probably the most far out of these abilities. Ever heard of Burning Godzilla? Now, you can't just go from these abilities that have a basis in previous Godzilla lore to abilities that are complete and utterly new. What can they give him before it doesn't feel like Godzilla? The answer is, they can't. Once the tail laser stopped, that's basically Anno's way of saying, hey! That's all you're getting. And I don't want all of that just to be it. After everything they gave him in the first movie, they can't just give him nothing at all. It would feel like a cop-out. So it's a lose-lose situation either way. You can either erase the character's name and turn him into something entirely different, or you can give him nothing else and make it feel like a cop-out. Oh. Okay, so despite what I have been saying, I do think there is some good sequel fuel. The fifth form seen by the end of the movie can take on some of those crazy abilities. Have them be the ones that fly and turn themselves into glowing purple orbs of death and mayhem. I'm trademarking that. But despite all of those, I don't want them to be a copy and paste of each other because that would be boring. There is some great concept art on Wikizilla displaying some different color schemes for Shin Godzilla. They show him as blues and greens and purples and it's so pretty! They should go all out with the different color schemes. Take a Servum route. Have them take on more lives of their own, separate from Godzilla, but have them join with Godzilla to fight against the humans and win. Okay, maybe not win, but you get the point. But still, after all of these ideas, I frankly still want it, as I don't really think in the hands of another director it would work. I think Anno can do it, but he doesn't really show any interest in coming back. Or it's either Toho's fault. I don't know, that statement was rather vague. And plus, we're not getting another live-action Godzilla movie until after Godzilla vs. Kong, so we're just honestly gonna have to wait. So, Toho, go ahead and make Shin Godzilla 2.0 if you want, but you either gotta go big or go home. Take the ideas that I've used, which, I mean, why wouldn't they listen to a cynical 15-year-old boy like me? Or just not do it at all. Your choice. Also, they better make him freaking wash his hands. I'm serious. Look how dirty those things are.